Hello, welcome to my Life on Paper. I am Brianna and I am doing a layout for All About That Base No Trouble with Ginger's Corner. Down below you will find a playlist for everyone that's making base pages and decorating their base pages. And then I'll also have listed Ginger's Facebook group. Go check that out. She is doing a giveaway. So I previously made this base page, and I will have the video listed below of me making base pages. And I'm already taking it apart. And this is the good thing. Like, I will put placeholders down for photos, but if you want to change it out, now I'm using the same size as what I had planned. However, I want to mat these. So I leave them on you can see I tilted that one so that you can see the paper underneath it on that mat because it was the same size as the photo. And then I think I just covered up the bigger one. But I did mat with different colored papers. This is a paper pad that I had put together for a counterfeit kit. Um, Boy, it was a while back. It was at least last year, if not before that. And so I'm getting that out, and it matches these colors perfectly. Now I did that. This is the cardstock is not from the paper pad, but that green is from a paper pad that when I did the base pages, I killed the paper pad. It is done. But these other little scraps are from a different paper pad um, that I still have some scraps for. So I'm trying to decide how to overlap those now. So I don't want to cover up the whole background. I mean, once you put all that work into getting them down, you want to see a little bit of it. Now that is a paisley that I had cut out of a pattern paper. And that's the last one I had. So I'm using that there. Those wax seals actually were bought by my daughter. They were used on the seating chart. And then several years ago, I had gone crazy buying all these things from Nicole Jones 911. They're printables and they come in so many different colors. And so I have a lot of these viewfinders in my stash. So because the greens matched so nicely, I grabbed those out. And I had a well, not a border strip, well, the border sticker. So I'm going to place that just on the top one. I only have one, but it's got the blues and the greens in it. And I'm going to go ahead and stick those down. Uh, Ginger's series is to do 20 base pages in 20 days. I am not going to make that. First of all, I don't have 20. Believe I made 11. Could have been 10. And I'll be still using them through the end of the month, but I will get them done this month. Super excited to, just a great way to use scraps. The other thing is it's a great way for me to, uh, I, I guess I go to my, L design or Happy Horizontal or grid, and where I don't always gravitate towards those. So it helps me to make some different layouts. I grabbed a tag out of my stash and then a cut apart card. And so I trimmed down the cut apart card and I rounded the corners so it looks like it's got a middle there. And it might have had a middle, but it was glossy and I don't like writing on the glossy. So um, by putting a pocket card in there, it's got a spot where I can journal on. I was trying to fit this little square on. It says something about you and me as a title, and I just couldn't make it work. I think because of I've got those soft edges. I've got the paisley, I've got the viewfinder. I know I've got the tag, but so these are from Paper Studio. They've been in my stash forever. I picked out just the ones that are like the blues and the greens. And there's a clear gem in one of them. And I'm going to spread those out. And then I do use glue, liquid adhesive to get those all stuck down. But what a good way to use a whole bunch of flowers. And I think I ended up with like 3 or 4 left of these colors. But then, of course, I've got like reds and oranges and yellows left that'll have to go on a different page. At first, I was really trying to make a pattern with them and then repeat it because there just wasn't enough variety of all the colors. I quickly just went to random, so which totally works, right? Actually, it's better than making any kind of a pattern. I did throw in like I think it went like too big, too little. I don't know. That might have ended up branded random in the end as well. I just went and peeked. There's over 300 videos on this playlist, so lots of creative people and lots of variety. That's what I really like is when you can see everybody else's way of doing base pages. You can always learn. There's always something to learn, right? You're gonna see me maybe shuffle just a few, and then I jump to after having them all glued down. So the pictures of our my son-in-law and my daughter, and it was September of last year. It was their rehearsal dinner, so they were getting up and thanking everybody. In case you haven't been around here very long, I do tend to lean towards and there's got to be a word for this, but like not necessarily monochromatic, but very similar colors and a few colors. So you can see here just blues and greens, right? That tag looks kind of yellowy, but it's actually like a bright green. And so, uh, and I keep going back to like it's the matchy matchy thing. Um, it's probably because of that, it's harder for me to do mixed media. I do mixed media. I love mixed media. I feel like I'm more careful with mixed media. It's more of a clean mixed media. Um, but I certainly don't mind getting messy sometimes. So I am back to using this little square and trying to figure out where to use that. I wanted it to be my title. And I'm also trying to figure out where to put these wax seals and how to use those. So I've got one on the paisley right there. You can see I put one up in the right upper corner there. And there is the square again. I should have given up. I'm persistent if nothing else. But I thought I was going to make it work. I do not. I end up bringing in something else, and hopefully sooner than later, honestly. This is a punched item out of my stash. It's one of my color boxes. I had punched it out for something else and not used it. I think I actually have another one that I'm going to bring in too. So, oh, here is a um, I don't know if it's like a cut apart card that was in my stash. I'm bringing that in to see if I can still make this little square work. And I know I need more embellishing, so I think I go back to my stash and I'm going to bring out some, they're actually travel stickers, and that's where that camera came from. Here I have an Ellie Studio. Oh, this isn't going to work. It's green. It's just off green. But that was a little journaling tag I was going to use. And so this one is also Ellie's Studio. It's got the greens and the blues. It's perfect. It says 100% yes, fave, which works so well for this layout. I don't know if I said, but I covered the tag hole with one of those little flowers. So I brought a flower up into the right corner. So I trim that off so that it tucks in nice. I have a little bit I can use on a different page. And then, oh, now I'm going to mess with my sticker. So I've got the camera sticker and oh, that might be the only sticker actually that I used from that collection. It was Paper Studio. And then I have these Bow Bunny stickers that are going to come in. I put a flower in each cluster. That way I can get some more flowers on here. But they're kind of like little speech bubbles with hearts on them. But there's that other, oh no, that's the first punch that came that I was using before. I didn't use it on top. So I'm going to use that in the bottom and glue everything down. There's the second one. There we go. Another cluster base. And oh, I still will bring those Bo Bunny stickers in. I'm just fussing with all this other stuff first. And I think those two stickers that I'll put on two different clusters are going to finish up the layout for me. I think those will be the last two things I do. Don't forget to like and subscribe and go check out the playlist with everyone that's playing along with All About That Bass No Trouble with Ginger's Corner. So, until next time, crafting makes my heart happy, and I hope you find what makes your heart happy too.